Sorry, it's muted. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the August GameUp Africa Meetup. Um, yeah, I'm Wadi, and yeah, okay, I'm Wadi, and I am okay, and I am the community manager for GameUp Africa. I'm also the a marketing associate at Malio Games. So, in case some of you don't know, Malio Games is a mobile game development company in Lagos, and Game Up Africa is a program initiative of Malio Games. So, just show of hands in the chat. Is anyone here a past or an alumni of Game Up Africa? You can just drop that in the chat so we see who the OGs are and welcome you accordingly. Yeah, so you can just like drop an emoji in the chat if you're a member of you were once a member of Game Up Africa. And okay, welcome Sean. Yeah, welcome everyone. Welcome newbie. Okay. You're going to enjoy it. It's a really great program and we have great testimonials from past attendees. Welcome Chris. Welcome everyone. Yeah. So this is my first time posting this, so just bear with me if I'm not as eloquent as Dorothy. I know most of you are familiar with Dorothy, but she's currently at Gamescom, so she'll be joining us shortly to give us like a live walkthrough. So that's something to look forward to. But whilst I have you here, um, is there anyone here that has registered for Game Up Africa? Okay, is there anyone here that has registered for Game Up Africa Meetup for the very first time? You can also drop that in the comments so that we can welcome you. Because pretty soon there will be like an AMA session where you can ask questions regarding Game Up Africa. You know, if you have questions about the structure, the timeline, the courses available, or if you're not even like you've not registered yet, you can also let us know and we'll drop the link in the comments. Okay, Mo, you registered for the first time. That's great. You can also share the course you registered for. We have a couple of people in the call that actually are past the alumni of Game Up Africa. I'm sure they would like to meet you. Shortly we're gonna move into an AMA with our panelists. We have some alumni from 2022 all the way to 2024. So Game Up Africa started in 2021. So we have a few people here that we're part of the boot camp and we're just going to chat with them for a little bit, hear from them. So in case you had any doubts about registering or you registered already but you want to know more about what the program is like from like an insider's point of view, someone that actually attended the boot camp, this session will be really beneficial to you. Um, so I hope my panelists are on the call because we'll be starting shortly. Um, okay, I have Hadi here. I have Nomso and Mercury. I'm actually missing the panelist. Okay, okay, she's here. Let me just add them round to the call and see. All right. Welcome, guys. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi. Hi, Namso. Hi, Hadi.
Hi.
Um, hello. I think I'm missing one person. But we'll just hope that she joins us as we go on. I think yeah, Joanna dropped off. But let's just go ahead. How you guys feeling today? How you guys doing?
Doing well.
Anyone?
Yeah, I'm well. And
Okay,
yourself?
nice to hear. I'm
I'm
doing
good.
good.
Can't complain.
All right, I hear that. So that we don't delay everyone watching, let's just go right into it. I'll be starting with you, Hadi. Actually, can you just introduce yourself and tell us what you do?
Hi, my name is Hadi. I'm a GameUp Africa 2024 alumni, and I've been part of the programming section of the programming bootcamp. And I'm a indie game developer, and I'm currently doing the game development on the side and working on some projects.
Okay, so we can just have introductions around the panel. So, Medri, you can go next.
Hi everyone. My name is Majari Wanjuru. I am a game designer currently working for Astropath and another studio called Witati Studios. I was part of the 2022 bootcamp. Then there was no different cohort, so we were all part of the programming cohort. Yes.
Mhm. Okay. Okay, nice to meet you. Yeah,
Um,
Namso.
Hi, I'm Nomso. I was also part of the 2022 GameUp Africa bootcamp. I'm a multimedia designer,
Mhm.
so basically I do a lot of designs,
Mhm.
graphic designs, videos, but I actually also ended up being in that situation where I was stuck with the program, so I had to learn how to program. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
that's like a brief summary of me.
Okay, nice to meet you all. I think Joanna is having some network issues. Joanna, please let us know in the chat if you're having any issues joining the session. Okay, so I'm gonna try to keep this very light, like we're just like gisting over drinks or something. So again, I'll throw this question at you, Nom. So what made you like join Game of Africa in the first place?
Oh, so I was learning front end development, so just normal web development. That was with Andela Africa, and I got an invite about Game of Africa. I've never heard about it, so I was like, let me try this out, and that was what got me in. But it wasn't immediate. Like I had to go back and try to understand like what tools they were using, which was at
Mhm.
that time Unity, and I had to like go and learn C sharp in order to pass the evaluation to join the program. So that was what got me in. So I was in the development community. That was how I was able to see that invite. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. And you'd say, I mean, it changed your life, right? Not to sound so heavy, but I mean, you already have like a great profile and a great portfolio. So it's, I mean, it's kind of interesting that you still decided to join this boot camp.
Yeah. It actually changed a lot for me because I saw things differently. Because
Mm-hmm.
in the past, whenever you think about game development, you always think about, first of all, you always think about PC development or um, like consoles. But then when I joined the bootcamp, I actually had a different understanding. Like, just start with what you have, and yeah, it actually made me understand that we can actually do more with mobile development, which everyone has a mobile phone, whereas
Yeah.
not everyone has a PC. So that actually changed my perspective of things. And then I was like thinking, this is the future. And I was very grateful for the opportunity.
Oh, that's good. That's good to hear. Um, okay, so I would ask Hattie and Medri that question. Maybe Hattie, we can go with you. Like, why you decided to join GameUp Africa?
Okay, so for me, I already had a lot of experience beforehand. I learned as a self-taught basically for multiple years. But here in Africa, there weren't really opportunities to apply or to work in game development per se. So when I stumbled across GameUp Africa, I thought it could be a good opportunity to get connections, meet people, also learn um, from mentors, which was one part of the program, which I enjoyed a lot. Get to meet mentors and have connections and learn more in game development. And also connect with other people in the game development atmosphere here in Africa.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you, Hattie. Medri?
For me, well, it came at the right time. So a few months back, Dorothy actually, Dorothy and I went to the same school. She was
Oh,
invited to, yeah, she was invited to a women in tech event, and she was basically talking about game development. So at that time I was trying to find my place in tech, so I was trying a lot of different things. But when Dorothy was talking about it, it sounded interesting but complex at the same time, so I decided to put it off. And then few months down the line, that's when I saw the announcement for Game Up Africa, and I was like, well, we can give it a try. And yeah, here we are.
okay, that's really good. It was quite interesting to hear that you actually heard about it from Dorothy directly. I'm glad that you decided to join us. Okay. We're still having some issues with Joanna, but like we'll move on to your most the achievement you're most proud of. Edry, let's just go with you. Like, what's one thing you accomplished during the boot camp that you're most proud of?
um, wow. Okay. There was a lot going on at that time.
Mhm.
Achievement. I think it was basically building a community around myself, because I think um a lot of people I met then during that boot camp, we're still in contact. There are people I bounce ideas off. Joanna, Kelvin, um, Orina. There are people like I contact when I have an issue, people who I bounce off ideas, people I brainstorm or involve. So I don't know if a lot of people relate to this, but from where I'm from, there are not so many. I didn't know so many developers until after the boot camp. So it was really nice to just have that community of people that do the same thing that I do, because it can feel pretty isolating. So having that group of people who have stuck with me throughout my journey has to be like my biggest achievement.
Wow, that's great. Game Up Africa is definitely like a hub for building community and also meeting people. I see some people in the chat actually saying they remember and stuff like that, which is really cool. Um, okay, Hadi, how about you?
I have some issues with the mic. Is it? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so on my side, it was actually making mobile games for the first time. I used to make PC projects on my own, and I worked on multiple PC projects. But it was the first time I had the opportunity to work on mobile games. And my biggest achievement is that I was able to make uh, a almost production ready mobile game at the end of the bootcamp. Especially thanks to the help of the mentors and other people who were in the program. So
Okay. Okay, that's good. Yeah, actually, like quite a popular face, or maybe because I joined the GameUp Africa team like last year, so I know you very well. uh, just for some context, I'm like Dragon Butterfly on Discord, so I'm the one that usually like manages comms and oh you're so I'm the one that sends like all the messages spamming you guys and stuff. So it's nice to actually see what you look like. Joanna, are you here? Joanna, if you're here, can you unmute? Hmm. Okay, I'm not really sure what is going on there. So we'll just move to the next question, which is I guess this like is a follow up to the last question, which is like, is there anything that you couldn't do before Game Up Africa that you can now do because of what you learned through the program? Um, okay, I see you nodding, Medri. You can go ahead.
Um, yeah, definitely. I joined the boot camp as a complete beginner. Like I didn't have any experience, so I just
Mhm.
went in blind. And I usually make a joke that the first transformed or translate I wrote, that's when I knew this is it. This is it for me. And so I mean, yeah, just it opened up like the whole my whole career journey. So everything
Wow.
that I've accomplished from then did just start from the boot camp.
Yeah, which is great because I was stalking you on LinkedIn, and then I saw that you've even gone on to like host your own like workshops. I don't know if that's correct. Um, you have your
Yeah.
yeah. So it's great that you went from learning to teaching. That transition is really cool, and I commend you. Well done on that. Okay, let's go with Hadi.
on my side, it was pretty much what I said. I already knew how to program, make games. I was very familiar with it, but I was able to make like learn how to make mobile games now. I was a bit more familiar with this, more
Mhm.
specifically. That's what the program helped me the most.
Okay, so it just helped you improve on skills that you already had. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh okay, how about you? Namsa.
Yeah, same as as Madry programming. It actually gave me a more practical example because before Game Up Africa, I was trying to like have a better understanding of programming, and there was a rewarding aspect of game development compared to other types of development for me. So yeah, I'll say game development. Yeah, that was a win.
Okay. So I would like to know, like, aside obviously learning something new, were there any other like challenges that you faced that you were now able to overcome? Um, aside programming.
Uh, I had to learn to work with other people. So I
Mm,
remember during my Game of Africa, I think I was team lead till the end of the program. I was clan lead, and it actually helped me understand like working with other people and actually realizing that everyone has their strengths and weaknesses. So you can't force someone to do something that they clearly are weak in. You just allow
mhm,
them to play on their strengths, and they actually do the best from that. So it helped me understand that working with people is very important. Yeah, that's the biggest one of the biggest learning I've gotten. Like collaboration and mentorship is good because we had the opportunity to have industry mentors, people that were like in the industry that we had to speak to, and they had to like coach us and help us go through the program. So from there, you could see some insights. Like they had questions about certain implementations that you have, certain ideas that you're working on, and they had to like always question, is this right? Or is this, do you think this is good enough for your scope? Or is this going to be a problem? So it helped me see things in that perspective that I need mentors and then I also need to collaborate with others. Yeah.
Yeah, great answer. I think a lot of people, even I myself, sometimes it's not so easy with working with other people. It comes with its own like level of challenges. There are some people that don't take the work as seriously, or trying when you're trying to meet up with deadlines and stuff. It can get a bit intense. So like leading a team for that long must have definitely been a challenge. But I'm glad that you said you were able to learn from that experience, which is really cool. Um, Marjorie, how about you?
I think I can piggyback off that. Mostly
Mm-hmm,
for me, it was working mm, with people from different countries. With
mm-hmm,
like internet issues and time difference, it's really hard to like manage a program and keep a project and keep it steady. So I
mm-hmm.
did learn how to kind of adjust and become flexible depending on like different issues that may arise. I think that was also the first time I got to interact with people outside Kenya. So uh, that did like really help me like set the foundation for a lot of things that followed after. And then I think something else, I was able to navigate how to look for resources on my own, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know mostly where to get resources. So anytime I got an issue, I either got stuck or had to like ask the instructors. But after the project, I did learn how to like go off on my own and figure out, you know, bugs and issues that arise. Yeah.
Okay, so like be more independent, really, and like yeah, I get
Yeah.
that. Okay, Hadi.
I can add on what I said previously. I learned how to make mobile games, but also what I improved was I had to also improve my game design skills a bit, because making a mobile game in terms of balancing and how to design the game itself, uh, I wasn't really good at it. So with the help of mentors, it kind of helped me learn more like how to balance it, how to design it so it's more fun, add the element of fun in the game. So that was one aspect
Yeah.
that I improved in.
Okay. So how would you say like the boot camp has now like impacted your career or the projects that you've been working on since that time?
Uh, I mean, it's always experience. So what I learned during the program is always like something I use in everything I do. It changed the workflow of how I do things. I learned how to organize things, how to design things better. So it definitely helped me in that sense. And also being able to connect with other people, like it opens up doors. So that's mostly on my side what it helped me with.
Great. So I would like to hear from you as well.
Um, okay, what I took out of the program, I would
Yeah,
say,
like how it has now like changed things for you career wise or in your the way you like work on projects and things like that.
okay, okay, this is not projects, but it actually helped me to build a community. I met really great people. For example, Joda is having internet problems now.
Yeah.
I met her through GameUp Africa, and she helped me in some projects that I started working on, thanks to like working on learning from GameUp Africa. So yeah,
Hmm.
it actually showed me that a lot of other things are possible other than my current industry, and things that come from my industry can be applied in the game industry. So yeah, it I would say it was an empowerment. Yeah.
An empowerment. Okay, cool. Marjorie?
Well, there's a lot to say. So I think one, it's really hard to like push our game to like publishing, especially alone. So I think that final push that you have to like publish, make a game and publish it by the end of the program. That push has really like um that experience has helped me in kind of like pushing some few other projects, because it's really hard, but I do borrow from the experience I had because then it was more intense because I had no idea what I was doing. So now with a little bit more experience and having already had that experience of pushing out a game, has made it easier for me. Something else. There's a lot. I don't know which one to pick from. I think also, um, most of what I did during the boot camp did serve as a basis for me to make my first portfolio. Like I just took pieces of what we've already done and created my first portfolio. It wasn't the best. I cringe sometimes looking at it now, but um it did kind of make me more visible to the industry, because when you have already like a done project and like a certificate from a program and you put all this together, people start noticing your profile. And that was it for me, because I had some people DM me after that for questions, for like opportunities. So hey, Joanna's here. um so yes, I think I'm going to limit to those two, because if I start talking, I might go on and on.
Okay. Hi, Jonah. Finally. Um, can you unmute? I don't think we can hear you. Um,
Hi,
Hi.
can you
Nice
hear
to
me?
have you here. Yes, we can hear you now. So
Um,
can you just like quickly tell us your name, what you do?
okay. I'm doing something a bit weird where I have the stream. Okay. Um, so my name is John Olwoch. I'm lagging behind a little bit because like I hoped my internet would be better, but it's not today, so just forgive me for that. I am a game designer and digital artist based in Nairobi, Kenya. Um, I am currently creating a game called Argo, which is an augmented reality hiking game, and it aims to teach environmental conservation, but in a fun way. I was also an alumni of the 2022 GameUp Africa program with Nomso. We used to like stay up all night and work on projects and ask each other questions about like, how do I solve this? How do I do this? And all that stuff. Um, yeah, so that's basically me.
Oh, thank you for that. Um, can you just tell us like your proudest achievement from the Game of Africa Bootcamp?
I would say my proudest achievement would be making, oh man, okay, because like I managed to make like two games during the program. One in the game jam, which was my first ever game jam. It was also the first game the person I was working with what had ever also made. But I'd say like during the mentorship program, I decided to just like make cute games because I like cute games. And one of the mentors saw that and was like, I like making cute games as well. Do you want to come and work with me? And I was like, for real? Because I thought like making cute games wasn't like cool or anything. Um, and I
Mhm.
worked with her for a year or so. That was my first job in games, and I got it even like before I finished the boot camp, and it was very exciting and very empowering. So I'd say like as much as it was fun meeting with everybody and like learning how to build games and connecting, that would be like my most empowering moment.
Oh, thank you, Joanna. Thank you. And it's great to hear that you're working on your own game. I guess we'll come back to that later and like talk more about it. So a question for everyone in the panel. Oh, just before I ask, we have questions in the chat that I'll take after I'm done with this session. So I have some questions in the chat from our viewers, but I'd just like to ask you like what is um what is how do I put this? What is the most unexpected thing like that happened during the boot camp? Um like it could be something funny, it could be something that you did not expect from the program or the curriculum or how it was structured. Um let's go with Hadi first.
Not sure. I might have to think about this.
Okay. Okay.
Most
Anyone?
unexpected thing. Maybe if someone else has an idea. Currently, I don't have any in my head.
Oh no. No one. Really, even on Discord, nothing funny happened on Discord.
Oh, actually, I
Okay.
have one.
Yeah. Okay.
On Discord, there was a sort of badges, like achievements, pretty much, as you progress in
Yeah. Yeah.
the bootcamp. And at one point, I had one badge
Yeah.
that I was supposed to get because I achieved I met the requirements to get it. But I actually didn't get it for like over a week, and I kept asking about it. That was one very funny
Oh
and
wow.
unexpected moment for me. I finally got it
Actually,
at the end. So that was good.
I think I remember, and I think I would always blame like the princess or something for that. But that's actually someone on the team is to blame for that, so we have to take it up with HR. Um, okay, okay. Since anyone else with any funny experience or anything like before we move on.
Nothing like just sad news. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, but look at you now. Look at you now. So, do
No,
you
it's
want
not
to
like
share with us?
a bad thing that happened to someone else. So in my clan, I remember there was a
Mhm.
project before we had to submit the last project. So the week before, one of my team members just did the whole project by himself and was happy to present to the mentor. And then that day, his GitHub was overwritten by someone else's commit. So they lost all their progress. But then, luckily for him, he had the stuff locally, but he panicked halfway.
Of
It
course.
wasn't funny to watch, but it's something to laugh about now. Yeah.
I hope he feels the same way. Um, okay. Okay, so thank you guys for being such good sports. I have just like two more questions before we go to the chat, the comments. So Hadi and Nonso, you're currently part of our elite program, which is a program for our GameUp Africa alumni. Do you want to talk to us about that, like what the experience there has been? Nomso, you can go ahead.
I was expecting Harry to go first. um,
Really?
it's been interesting and okay for me. It has been challenging because I've not been programming very much. I think for the past 1 year, I've just been focusing on art, especially on the graphical part of things, and jumping back into it. I would say it's challenging, but I would also say it's a blessing in disguise. So the challenges are good
Mhm.
that you actually have an experience of what it is like being in an actual game studio and working on a project, and like the possibilities of things you can do, and also your limitations. Yeah, that's all I can say.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I don't know how so much about what's going on that side. I don't think I have the clearance for that. But it's nice to know that you're having like some good challenges. How about you, Hattie?
Yeah, I would say the most important aspect of it is being able to feel like being part of a studio and see how it actually works, working in a real environment in team. And since I have a lot of experience beforehand, I can kind of see the match in terms of how it actually is and how I was already learning, but I didn't really have an actual experience doing working in an actual team. So it kind of confirmed what I already had as experience, and it gave me a glimpse of actually working in a studio, basically. So that was a very good aspect for me. One other aspect of it, that's my personal experience, is that as I said, on one hand, it's very challenging and it puts you in a real world scenario. And on the other hand, for me, I kind of left me with a sense of burnout because it's kind of challenging. And at the same time, you have to manage multiple things, manage a project, and also work on the project at the same time. So all in all, it's like a very condensed, real aspect of working in a company. Uh, yeah, in a very condensed way. So it has like a good side to it to learn really fast and actually absorb from it. And on the other hand, maybe that's just me, but it kind of also burnt me out a bit. So I'm recovering and trying to handle this.
Oh no. Well, I can't. Sending you lots of strength. Um, okay, so I'm just gonna get to the questions in the chat. We have a question from Mo. She says, to Madri actually, how did you go from game programming to game design? I'm hoping to get into game design, but I'm starting with programming on the bootcamp.
Um, well, I actually think it's a good idea to start with game programming first, because for me, coming out of the boot camp, I already had like the basics of what a game needed, what it was like to build a game from scratch. Um, my transition into game design was aided a bit by an internship where I did take on a design role. So it introduced some of the concepts of game design a bit, and I was able to kind of like build up from there. But if I take it back to a point where you just from programming and want to transition into game design, I think from what you'll take from the program, the best thing to do is um, kind of look more into, and I try to share design resources. I think I will try to share more this year. So from what you learn about making a game from the bootcamp, just kind of take that and try to dive more into how to shape the experience for the player, kind of like focus more on that. If it's the mechanics, how do you build like meaningful mechanics? If it's the systems you're putting into the game, if it's the game flow, Hadi talked about balance, how you're making your game like not too difficult, not too easy. So it's just from take what you learn and kind of like dive deep more, but now from a player perspective, not from like a programming or this like yeah, from a programming aspect of it. I don't know if I've answered your question.
Go Mo. Let us know if you're satisfied with that answer in the chat. But I'm pretty sure that helped. Thank you for that. Another question um, from Christopher says, it's actually to all of you. What is one thing you know now, years after the boot camp, that you wish you knew before going into it? Let's actually hear from Joanna. Let's give her like 5 seconds.
What is? Yeah. Sorry, I'm hearing everything like delayed, very delayed. What is
Yeah.
one thing you know now, years after the bootcamp, that you wish before going in? Mm, I'd say that there are many parts because like people hear about games and then they're like, oh, I have to be a programmer, I have to be a game designer, but there's so much more beyond that. Actually, there are two things. So there are many paths. You can produce, you can do art, you can just do sound exclusively and literally just sound effects, or you can do music, you can do so many different things. You can do promotion instead. You could just be specifically like a weapons designer and you only design like World War II guns or something like that. It's like all about what you want to do, what you're skilled at, and what you enjoy actually doing. The second thing I'd say is please involve your community because we build games that we think are cool and then we want other people to play them. And while that's good in finding your community and other people who actually enjoy the same things that you do, it doesn't help you build a good game because you never test with anybody to find out like what works, what doesn't work, what do people actually enjoy playing. Because you might say like, oh, I like a climbing mechanic, like I could climb and climb for hours, but then other people would be like, why can't I just walk? Why can't I just like go around the path this way? Why can't I just glitch through the wall and get to the top in some weird way? So you have to like actually test with people, see what they enjoy, see what they like doing, and then see where they get stuck, and then build with them. And that helps people really rally around your game and form a community where like people really love playing your game and they love what you make. And I think that's stronger than just like building a game and then throwing it at people and being like, why aren't you playing my game? It's much better to test. And you can start, it doesn't have to be like a big testing thing where like you have like 500 testers and you have like an interaction designer and they're like doing all the testing and QA and everything. It can just be like with your friends and family. It can be inside the GameUp Africa group, the Discord. Just send out your game, ask people, hey, test out my game, let me know what you think. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Was it easy to control? Do you get the idea? Or like what idea did you get from it? And I think that's something even like more advanced professionals in games are still struggling with till now. And that's why like that's where our industry could do with a lot of improvement. But yeah, two things, 2 for 1 deal.
Yeah, that's very generous. Thank you, Joanna. So do you have any thoughts on this?
What I know now that I wish I knew then. Actually, it's the opposite. What I know then that I know I'm using. Okay, what I know now is just do it. Yeah,
Okay, nice.
just do it. Because I know the first time when I saw the program, I was thinking like, man, I cannot do this. But yeah, something I wish I told myself earlier was just do it. Just keep doing it. Yeah, even though I joined the program, but I know why I'm just saying this because then there's a lot of things you feel like you could maybe when you're in the program you can do, and then you just don't want to do it because you feel like you're not there yet. But then what the program is meant to do is actually challenge you and help you learn. So yeah, just do it. That's all I have.
Okay. Does anyone else have any advice that they want to, not advice, but any thoughts on this really?
Um,
Is okay.
Maybe on the something that will I wish I knew specifically for the bootcamp is pace yourself. Pace yourself, especially as you go through the courses and everything. It's I think this is where project management and time management come, because you will find that some courses require more time and more effort than others. So I think what I wish I knew is I could have first gone through the whole thing, see what is in what I have to face, and then kind of like plan for it appropriately. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Marjorie. Let me check if you have any more questions. Okay, this question says, in what way does the informal course or training affect when you're hunting for jobs? So does anyone want to take this? No? No takers. Okay, I'm gonna actually like just force Hadi to answer this question.
I mean, I think the informal courses or training does affect like finding jobs because it gives you real experiences of making small games. And I think that's for at least for me, I think it's the most important thing to have when you're looking for a job. For a job is to have some experience on actually working on small projects and have something you can show. So I think it always helps, even if it's not polished or published projects. It's very helpful in making you first learn how to do them and also be able to show that you're able to do uh, those types of projects or you're able to build games.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Hadi, the person has like a follow-up question asking if it's better to keep working on your portfolio as the years go and keep applying for job opportunities daily, or do companies immediately go for bootcamp or training students? I think, Sean, it's never a bad idea to keep working on your portfolio whilst you're still looking for jobs. But how I'll just like rephrase this is like for a game developer or someone in this scene, is it like you first work on your stuff, build a portfolio before you start applying for jobs, or is it something that you would advise that they can do simultaneously? Does anyone want to answer that question? Medri.
Yeah. So I would say working on your portfolio should be top, because especially if you, for people like us who have undergone informal training, um, you
Mm-hmm.
have to showcase where your skills outweigh the certificate. I don't know if I'm making sense. Like, put your portfolio in a way that this person will see it and they won't necessarily start thinking, has this person really gone through da 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 or spent 4 years in college? Because it is important, and I have seen jobs that do ask for, a bachelor's in game design or equivalent, but I've seen people get jobs basically from just showcasing their work. Because a lot of people do go through the 4 years program, but they don't come out with something as polished. So if you are able to showcase, yes, I've done only like a 6 months course, but I actually have something that is polished, published, and even maybe has player feedback, I think that puts you at a better position than most people. And I think a lot of, especially from Africa, people know like the education gap when it comes to game development. So yeah, that's what I'll say. Have your portfolio irresistible.
Okay, sure. An irresistible portfolio. I think, like I said, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, like people want to know that you can do the job. So yeah, you could have your degree, but then like a portfolio that actually shows, like it's like a visual testimonial, right? Like, okay, this is what I can do would definitely be helpful. Um, okay. Let me talk to Joanna. If you had any advice for anyone that wants to join GameUp Africa Bootcamp this year, what would it be? It's coming.
I think Marjorie made a very good point to like pace yourself, uh, because um,
Mm,
you might think you can do like a lot of things at once. And in our year, it was like every week you are making a game. And I was like, oh, I can work an internship and build the games. But it was so hectic because beyond like just taking care of your body and your mind in that situation so you can actually perform the best you can, it's also like you're rushing through the content too fast to like understand what you're doing. And then at the end of the day, you finish the 6 month boot camp. Can you actually do the thing that you were trained to do, or did you just like go through the content? So pacing yourself is very important. I'd also say like connect with people, because like when I got to fly to South Africa earlier late last year, I got to meet Nomso, and I wouldn't have like had somebody to connect with in South Africa if I hadn't like talked to people in my clan, communicated with them, made friends, and just been like, yo, you guys, I have no idea what I'm doing. Help, please. And then if somebody does that, actually help them. It's very nice. It's very helpful. I still till now remember the people who helped me, like Chaniwe. There's also Walter from Zambia. Dorothy as well, who's also the program manager at Malio, all those people in the clans and everything. Just that's your first community. If you're always worried about like, oh, I just stay at home and I build my games, who can I connect with? Connect with these people online. In one way or another, you're gonna meet them in person, and it's going to be a lovely experience. And it also helps to have like that backup as you're going through the program. Yeah. Also, just do it.
Yeah,
Nomsa said.
just yeah. Feeling the love. I'm almost jealous, honestly. Like you're really emphasizing, that community feeling in Game of Africa, and I feel like that's really cool. I mean, the Discord channel is always there, but even more than that, it's always like nice for you to like reach out to people individually, ask for help. I mean, we're all here to help each other. So yeah, that's another like perk of Game Up Africa. You meet a lot of people of like minds that can help you in your career with your projects, and yeah, it's a free community that you just it's like a family that you just get to join. Um so actually, Joanna, again, I was Chris is saying it's not too late for me to join. I think we'll see. We'll see. Jenna, okay, like everyone else, I also stalked you a little bit on LinkedIn, and I saw that you got accepted into like a residency, the Art House Games residency. Can you share more about that with us? The process of applying, what the program is about. Just give us all the gist on that, please.
I will be honest with you. When I was applying for that thing, I was like, there are other places where people will come from that are far better suited to applying to this than I am. But for me personally, my background is actually in engineering. So when Marjorie is talking about informal training and people understanding that in Africa, there's not really that much formal training in games, I did not start in games. And I really like engineering, tech, art, and storytelling. So I've always been trying to find like a way to combine it into one thing that I can actually do. So I'm basically like carving out a career path by myself, trying to like pick things from different places and figure out like what works for me the best. And the residency is actually being run in partnership between Goethe Institute Ghana, Node 8, also in Ghana, and the Amaze Festival. If you've ever gone to Playtopia or maybe the Amaze Festival or Alt Controllers at GDC, then you'll know Amaze because they essentially like empower artists to create these mashups of like tech and like art and video games, and they're so cool and so interesting. And I just love that whole aspect of like making games into hardware. And that's something that I really want to do, and that's why I applied for the residency. I was very lucky to get in. I'm very excited for it because we just get to experiment with tech and art and video games, which is like, that's my happy place. So I'm hoping like it all goes well. And yeah, the process of applying was literally just like following along with the form, explaining my process clearly, because I specifically want to explore games where like your body is a controller and you have to collaborate with other people to like make things work, and just on the theme of like togetherness. So coming from a very like African or like Kenyan aspect, that is important to me, as I keep mentioning, like community, community, community. I'm very introverted, I promise. But like I think that that's a very beautiful aspect that I've learned from building my first game, Argo, where like I see people like helping each other play the game, or like discussing the game, or like being so surprised by the effects of the game. And I'm like, yeah, I want to do more of that. That feeling, that specifically is what I want to do. So essentially the applying process was like following along with the prompts, being honest, and thinking about like what's the best thing I can make out of this residency as humanly possible. Yeah.
Wow, well done, Joanna. I mean, we could definitely feel the excitement, even with the way you talk about it. It's quite contagious. Um, I've dropped the name of the program in the chat for anyone that's curious as to what it's about. You can just like they take a Google search on it, and yeah, we also actually share this opportunity via like the Game of Africa community via mail and on Discord. So if you missed it, oops. But hopefully next time you can just keep your eye out. We share different opportunities on Discord and via mail so that you can continue to grow and learn in your career. So we're wrapping this up pretty soon, like right about now. Do we have can we have parting shots, just like you know, the benediction basically from all of you. So any last words you want to share with everyone on the call?
Hello and bye. I'm joking.
Yeah.
Uh, um, I would say yes. If you're thinking of GameUp Africa or you're already signed up, trust me, it's going to be a nice experience. And don't look at what you're about to get. Just enjoy the process, and you actually get more from it than just looking at the end goal. Look at improving yourself. Yeah.
Thank you. Hadi.
For me, it would be, I hope if you join the program, it will be like a good experience for you, that you will be able to get to connect with people in the same programming aspect of development, meet people to make games together. And I hope, it's going to be positive for you. That would be it.
Mm. Okay, Marjorie.
I think I'll let Joanna go first.
Okay, Joanna.
So sorry,
Why?
but thank you, Marjorie. Um, I know I've talked a lot about community, and I don't know how much more I can emphasize it because it's very important. But let me pick something else for once, and I would say purpose over passion, meaning on the days when you don't feel like getting up, on the days when you don't have any ideas, on the days where you don't feel like doing it at all, at least make a little bit of progress, and don't let it be a situation of where you're like, I would rather quit this than do anything else. Because for me, as much as the days get difficult when I'm trying to like do games and trying to pitch and trying to like make things work and working with a lot of people, there's never a day where I'm like, I would rather be anywhere else. This is where I want to be, making games, designing them, connecting with people. So purpose over passion. Passion will run out, but your purpose will stay true all the time. And let me just quickly say bye. I'm so sorry I have to go. Yeah.
Thank you, Joanna. Yeah. Okay. Marjorie, are you ready now?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Everyone has said everything. I think the only thing I can mention, especially if you're getting into this as a beginner, don't feel like you're at a disadvantage than everyone else, because everyone
Mm.
joins the program at a different level. I did it with absolutely no idea. So if you're also starting at the same place, it is still very possible. You just have to open your mind to possibilities. Allow yourself to learn not only from the what you'll be given, but also from other people. And please, 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 I cannot emphasize this enough. Make sure at least at the end of the program, you have like your own little circle of friends. I mean, you've seen it. So make sure you have your own little circle of friends from the program that you can continue supporting each other even after. Yeah, I think that is all I can say.
Thank you guys so much, Hadi, Namso, Marjorie. Thank you for joining us. And as a team, as a community, we wish you all the best in all your future endeavors. And yeah, good luck on all your projects and your jobs. And yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one. We're still stay on the call though, because we have the live through working coming up. Thank you guys. Bye.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Okay, so I hope we all learned a thing or two from that session. It's like everyone said, Game Up Africa is a community. So if you're looking for that, this is the place to be. If you have any doubts about applying for the program for the bootcamp this year, I think you should definitely take that step. There's a lot in store from the projects to game jams and the opportunity to make new friends and network with people is really great. So right now, we're gonna go to Dorothy, who is live at Gamescom in Germany, and yeah, she'll just be giving us like a live walkthrough as to what's going on there. Hi, Dorothy.
Hi, can you confirm if you can hear me?
Uh,
Hello,
yes,
can you hear me?
yes, we can hear you.
Okay, awesome. Hi everyone. This is going to be harder than I thought. I was initially going to film this using my phone, but my phone is off. It's been a really long day, so I now have to double switch between my laptop and my camera to give you this. But it's also awesome that we get to also show you a piece of this, which is the biggest games development event in the world. So this is Gamescom, and so you've heard of GDC, you've heard of Amaze, you've heard of Africa Games Week, you've heard of Playtopia. But then we have Gamescom, which is held annually in Germany, Cologne, Germany. It's been held for over 15 years now, and it usually has over 400,000 people. So that's like maybe 40,000 40,000, what is this called? Stadiums, football stadiums, right? So there's so many people going in, going out, and on the rare screen you can see a couple of people leaving, which is because it's the end of the day. It's around 7 p.m. actually. So people are leaving, and as we do this live, I want us to play a little bingo, right? Because there are so many studios, your favorite games around here. So on the chat, you're going to type in any game that you like or any studio that you like, and I'm going to answer whether I've seen it here or not. So we have Nintendo, we have Tencent, we have Netflix, we have all of that. And the plan today is to just take you around. I'm not going to finish everything because I've been walking around all day and I still haven't finished the space. So I'm going to find the interesting spaces where I can just take you to give you a snippet, and also the opportunities that are there to for Africans and developers to attend and showcase in an event such as this. We have Malio. Yes, Malio is here. We have a couple of African game developers as well. We have Malio Games, definitely. We also have Kunta Content from Kenya. We have another studio from Kenya, Weza Interactive. There's Dimension 11 Studios in Nigeria by David Olamide. We also have Bukola here from Kudali Studios. So in front of me, I'm just going to switch to the rear camera so that you're able to see here. So with what Gamescom is, we have 11 halls, and each hall is like an entire mall, right? So it's very huge. From one hall to the other takes quite some time. And we have a business area. This is where we have the country associations and publishers, people looking to partner, invest, get publishing. So that's on the business side, which is hall 1 to around hall 5. And then we have the consumer side, which is where we have all the exhibitions of games that are there, as well as movies. We have over 1,500 exhibitions taking place this year. Each exhibition houses around 5 people, so you can count almost 10,000 people just for exhibitions alone. Let's see if we have any suggestions here. We have Blizzard. Blizzard is here. Yes. Riot Games. Have I seen Riot Games? I haven't seen Riot Games, but they're most probably here. Activision, Blizzard, yes. Free Lives, no, Free Lives is not here this year. I'm not sure if they were here last year. So we're gonna start with hall 10, which is an indie studio. So as we go over there, please continue sharing a list of your favorite studios, your favorite developers, games, and I will mention if I've seen them or not. And if we find them during this walk, I'm probably gonna stop, have them say hi. We're gonna meet a lot of people here. So we're just going to weave through the crowd. Hopefully my internet doesn't go out at any point. If it does, just wait for a bit and we'll be back. As I said, it's very huge. So the walking time is also going to be long, and we have limited time. So hopefully we get to see before then. As we do this work, it starts with DevCom for 2 days. That's and okay,
What's going
we're doing
on?
a live.
Oh,
Hi to them.
hi guys, we're at Gamescom, having a great time. Good to see you.
We're
How you
doing a
doing?
live for our GameUp Africa community
Okay.
for them to see a snippet of what Gamescom looks
Good,
like.
huge, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I
It's
hope
been
you're enjoying
amazing.
it. How long are you around for?
Till Saturday.
Okay, so we'll see.
All right, I'll see you around. That's Temi from ID at Xbox. For those of you who make PC games, you're probably familiar with that. So as I was saying, Gamescom, it has three different variations now. There's Gamescom Latam. That's Gamescom in Latin America, Argentina, Brazil. They have a very huge emerging market there. Then we have Gamescom Asia for Indonesia, Japan, India. It's also a huge emerging market. And this, which is the major one and the initial founding Gamescom. So this is the largest, again, with over 400,000 people coming in the duration of Wednesday to Friday. When it starts with DevCom, which is a developer event, which is what took place on Monday and Tuesday. So what happens during this time is there are talks from different experts. So similar to what we do here, but it's physical. So we have all the developers coming in person. We've had talks from Insomnia, the makers of Spider-Man 2. And we have almost 200 talks taking place, probably even more, because we have 16 stages. And at every one point, every hour, there's a talk that is taking place. So there's so many. We're going to go down first, then up to the indie studios. Ensemble Studios. I haven't seen Ensemble. Wizards of the Coast. I've seen Wizards. I'm not sure if it's... No, I don't think I've seen that. Moonton. I haven't seen Moonton. Relic Entertainment. No. I've seen Call of Duty though. I've seen Call of Duty, Pokemon. Sega is here with Mario. Right over here we have Raw Fury. So these are booths by the different companies where you can go and play test, get merchandise, see what they're up to, talk to them. There's also a car, if you want to win a car or whatever. I don't know what that's about. We have Atari here, Mortal Kombat. Do we have any fans for Mortal Kombat? Okay, so this is Mortal Kombat, and it's 18 players. And we have people playing around here. So most of the booths have a similar structure. There are those that go all out, like Ubisoft. I'm not sure which floor I saw Ubisoft, but they've set up an entire house structure, which is really cool. If you have any questions, you can put them in the chat. Put them in the chat so that I answer them as we go about if I don't see anything too interesting.
Yeah, Dorothy, while you're looking, can you just share with us anything interesting, any interesting experience you've had so far since you've been at Gamescom?
All right. Well, I think the one thing with Gamescom is that you'll meet everyone from everywhere, right? Which also means that you can also meet with them and don't know who they are. So you have to be like really open with people, getting to know who they are, what games they're working on. I think the most interesting thing this year is that we have so many indie studios that are monetizing more, better than last year actually. So once you get to the indie, you can get to see games that are made by one person one-person teams that are really good, which also speaks to the point
Uh,
of.
your audio is kind of low. Sorry. Oof.
Okay, I think I'm in a lot of noise, so let me just move away for a
Okay.
second. All right, I think this will be better. What can you please confirm if you can hear me any better now?
It's a little better. A little.
Right. Okay. So there's a lot of connections to be made at Gamescom. A lot of new games coming out in the new year. A lot of indie studios exhibiting, and I think this year we've had so many people scholarship to come to Gamescom, which is something that I'd also like to speak about because one of the opportunities for people that are just developing and want to exhibit or attend Gamescom. Um, I'm sure you're familiar with a program like Global Game Jam, right? Um,
Yeah.
so we have a couple of these programs that usually applications for people to apply to attend Gamescom, DevCom, whichever, right? And it's something that we can begin to be on the lookout for to see where you can apply, when you can apply, what the qualifications are. And I really like the conversation that you had with our GameUp Africa alumni. Just like really put yourself out there and create a portfolio that you can share and to make sure that the opportunities are finding you are ready to take them when they come. So this is the Gamescom Retro and Family Arena. Do we have any questions? None of your favorite studios are here. I think I'm just in the wrong place. As I said, this place is really big, so you can get to one hall and you don't find any. Oh, we have Sega here. We have Sega. I think I shall take you guys to Hall 9. We had Pokemon there. We had Wednesdays. Wednesday's coming out. It's a movie. So we have both movie and games around here. We have retro games. Nyamakop. Nyamakop is not here this year. Ben Myers, no, I haven't met him. I don't think he's here today. This year. I mean. All right. Let's check out another one. I don't think this has very many studios. I think I'm also lost, which is also expected from Gamescom. So you can walk around all day and so what happens at Gamescom is mostly meetings, right? So we have the business side, consumer side, and if you want to meet with somebody, there's a B2B platform where you book meetings prior because if you come here unprepared, then you might also end up not meeting the important people. As I said, you can just like easily um, cross shoulders with somebody that you might want to talk to, but you don't know they're here. And that has happened a lot. So people that you wanted to meet and you just bump into them, and you're not able to talk to them because you don't have them in your schedule. Okay. So this is hold and any other interesting studios that I need to be on the lookout for? Any questions about Gamescom or DevCom? Why did
If you
you
have
have
any
any questions?
questions, please drop them in the chat for Dorothy. Do I? No. I'm just still like finding the whole scene interesting. It looks like it's really huge. It kind of looks like an airport or something. I don't know.
It is.
But
It might actually be bigger than. It might be bigger than an airport. I mean, you can walk around all day and still not see everything that you want to see. Besides this event, so the rest of the year is mostly conferences. So you can just book it for conferences or live shows or movie shows, as long as you set it up, because it's just a really big, empty, and open space, and very easy to get lost also. I think I
are there
found
any
the
like
indie studio.
speakers or conferences?
So all that happens during DevCom, where we have speakers. During Gamescom, it's mostly just walk around and play. Um, Walk around,
Is there anyone you're looking
play.
forward to in particular?
Sorry?
Is there any
Come
speaker or
again?
conference you're looking forward to in particular?
There are no particular sessions, right? So Gamescom is mostly about B2B meetings and also exhibitions, right? So the whole of today around to see all the games and businesses that are there, as well as country associations. So you'll find a Brazil stand or a German stand, Indonesia stand, Canada stand. So that's mostly government officials who are looking to invest into the games industry, which also paints the picture that there's a lot of interest and revenue in the industry. For a country like Finland, so you know Supercell. Supercell generates, is it like over 90% of the revenue as the single largest revenue generator of revenue, of tax revenue for the government. So there's a lot of opportunity and space there that countries and governments are beginning to pay attention to. Last year we had an African corner. Okay, I'm gonna have to look for a different hall now. I think I'm going around the same places. Last year we had an African corner where now we had the African players going to exhibit and showcase their games. This year around, we don't have a booth or a space to do that, but we have some of the players of the African. So we had Hugo as a speaker. We also had Din Gishuki as a speaker. They made Hiru with Kunta content. And Sean, are there lots of studios representing ethnic, indigenous arts? I haven't seen too many. I've been to the art section, and I haven't seen a lot of ethnic art being exhibited, but the developers are there. So I've met a couple of people from Peru, from Africa as well, from Indonesia, who are here to get publishers and meet people, but aren't specifically exhibiting. How much time do we have? What is?
Oh, we're actually like really short on time now. It's 5:22 p.m. So
Okay, I don't think I can show you
yeah.
all of this. So if you still have questions, we can take those. If not, then we can probably end soon.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we don't have much time left. Yeah, but thank you so much for sharing and showing us what Gamescom looks like. Um, thank you, Dorothy.
All right, awesome. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye. All right, everyone. Thank you. I hope that was as interesting as it was for you as it was for me. Yeah. So right about now, we're just gonna like close the meetup. So just before we go, I'm gonna drop the link to register for the bootcamp in case you haven't registered already. Applications are still open. So it's going to start 1st of September till December, and there will be an assessment based on the course that you applied for, and then onboarding, then learning phase, then the mentoring phase, and then you will have your project submissions. Um, I don't think I need to say too much because based on the panel session that we had, you already know all the benefits and perks that you have, as well as our expectations of you if you are registering for the boot camp. And just quickly, just for a minute, I would love for you to fill this event feedback form. Let us know how this meetup was for you. I'm just going to drop that in the chat now. So you can just, let us know what you want to see, how the meetup can be better, and just your general experience. Um, yeah, so just take a minute to fill that out. And yeah, I think we can just end it here. Also, please don't forget to follow us on socials. GameUp Africa is on LinkedIn, Instagram, X. We're everywhere, Facebook. So please, 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 please follow us on social so you can keep in touch with us. You can see all our updates and everything that we post about. We share really, really great resources on our social media pages. And yeah, don't forget to share the application link for the bootcamp with your friends and family if you are an alumni so that they can also benefit from the program. Thank you all for joining and thank you for your time. Catch you in the next one. Bye. Bye, guys.